I'm gonna ask this. We're gonna do it from the through the process of elimination. So the first question I'm gonna ask is, would you want or would you enjoy, if it happened again, watching Arthur Abraham, the WBO super middleweight 168-pound champion of the world, 41-4 with 28 KOs, from Armenia, but he fights in Germany under Sauerland Promotions. I don't know how to say the name. It's Sauerland. Sauerland. So, would you enjoy watch him versus Matchroom Boxing's Paul Smith of the Smith family of the brothers Smith, 35-4 with 20 KOs? Would you enjoy watching that again? Now, if you didn't see the first fight ended in some controversy. It's not about the fact that, okay, all right, the fight could have went either way. It's about the fact that you had two cards that were 117, 111. That was a bit of a stretch. And then you got that 110, 109, and it's like, my God, it had to happen because it was in Germany. I am T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live. Whether it's in South Dakota, whether it's over there in Bangladesh, I cover every single major fight live. October the 31st, 2014, I'm T Street Controversy. We're going to talk about boxing. Paul Smith was close to accomplishing something that James DeGale covets, in that George Groves had two shots at. George Groves was stopped twice. James DeGale lost a close decision to George Groves. James DeGale now wants to fight for a title shot against Carl Froch. Carl Froch doesn't want to fight him. So you got Paul Smith comes along who was defeated by both George Groves and James DeGale. He goes on and comes close to defeating one of the best 168 pounders in the world, and a very tough, rugged, skilled Arthur Abraham. So you ask yourself the question, like, man, he could have been the WBO he could have been the WBO 168-pound champion in the world. Suck on that, George Groves and James DeGale, and he did a better job than he did a better job on Arthur Abraham than George Groves did on Carl Froch. Why? Because George Groves got stopped twice. And if you say George Groves, well, the first stoppage was he was going to get stopped in the first fight. Simple as that. So Paul Smith went to the WBO, Matchroom Sports, Matchroom Boxing. Eddie Hearn went to the WBO, they declined to make the rematch mandatory. Now we're hearing word on the curb is that the rematch is close to being official for February of 2015. Now, if you don't know, Arthur Abraham took his only knockout defeat to Robert Stieglitz. Yeah, I know how to say his name now. And that will turn out to be a big fight over there, a bigger money fight than Paul Smith. But colleagues Sauerland and Eddie Hearn apparently are working on some type of deal to have the fight happen in February of 2015. Now, how will Paul Smith do in the rematch? See, now that is the question. Because apparently it looks like to me, from watching numerous Arthur Abraham fights, it looked like to me that Arthur Abraham was, he wasn't fully prepared and he wasn't ready, or he thought he was just going to blow through Paul Smith. I guess that's what he thought. So him coming in focused, almost like, a Floyd Mayweather. Oh, we're going to talk about that. Maybe he's going to come in like, all right, I'm going to take him seriously now. Don't you know that Arthur Abraham pulled the Floyd Mayweather and he didn't want Paul Smith to wear a certain type of puncher's gloves? Don't you know he went glove gate? Don't you know he said, nah, but ain't no padding in him. I can feel my knuckles. Oh, no. Don't try to pull we're not going to try to pull no slick bullshit on you. Don't try to pull no slick shit on us. And that's not quote. I forgot exactly how it went. But I understand that. I guess Arthur Abraham was like, I'm A-side, so you wear the gloves I want. I guess he was watching, all accesses and all the Mayweather stuff, and was like, yeah, I'm A-side. He gonna wear the gloves I want him to. He probably wouldn't even care about Paul Smith punching out knock power. He probably wouldn't even care. He fought bigger punches than Paul Smith. But you have to think about it. Okay, well, what if he did have those gloves in the first fight? It's not going to mean a difference to me in the second fight. But what if he did? Meaning, Paul Smith had those gloves in the first fight. Could he have gotten a knockdown? I don't know. But however, could the punches have did more effect to have a more effect on the judges? I don't know, because when you got 110, 109s floating around out there, you know, it looked like they was already ready to be like, no, Arthur Abraham is winning. Once again, I'm T Street Controversy. Please subscribe. I cover every single major fight live with Real Combat Media. All my social media information is right down below, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Twitter, whether it's Instagram. You know, long story short, I do a lot of videos. There's a reason why I'm telling you to subscribe. I am the fastest growing reporter on YouTube. Yeah. Understand that. T Street Controversy, T Street Controversy Live.